You are looking at the most dangerous thing in nature. Welcome back, Charlie here. We sometimes forget just how scary the world really is, but I'm about to remind you with these terrifying natural phenomena, from volcano lightning to tornadoes made of fire. First, we have to look at waterspouts. This natural phenomena occurs out in the ocean and sea. When it happens, it really looks like the end of the world is upon us. It almost doesn't look real, but what's actually going on here? Well, these waterspouts are actually tornadoes that form over water. When this happens, it creates a water tornado. Now, it may look kind of cool, but if you ever see this, you should run fast. These can be deadly and over the years have taken many lives. They're also known for downing helicopters and planes, and even sinking large boats. This makes waterspouts one of the most deadly natural phenomena you've ever seen. But the scary part is how common these actually are. Most people who work at sea have seen one of these at some point. Luckily, they often happen far out into the ocean and away from people and vehicles. But every now and then a pilot or a captain gets unlucky and passes away. There are actually two types of these waterspouts: fair weather waterspouts and tornadic waterspouts. Fair weather waterspouts thankfully don't make it to land, meaning they're only dangerous to ships, planes, and swimmers. But tornadic waterspouts are far more scary. These start as tornadoes and then turn into waterspouts as they go near water, meaning that they can sometimes go back on land. When they go back onto land, the water stays spinning in the air. This causes a massive amount of damage. Tornadic waterspouts are basically 20 times heavier than a normal tornado, which is why some give them the nickname super tornadoes. Moving on, we have to look at landslides. Many people think they know what a landslide is, but almost no one realizes just how bad they actually are. A landslide is basically a much worse avalanche. It's where earth or debris falls from a slope of land. Landslides are actually the deadliest and most expensive natural disasters in the world. They're normally caused by other natural phenomena, for example, rain, volcanoes, or earthquakes. If a landslide occurs near a building, then that building will be destroyed. Every year, around 50 people pass away from landslides, and that's in the USA alone. They also cost around $3.5 billion in damages in the USA alone each year. Also, many people don't evacuate when one of these is about to happen. That's because they simply don't realize the danger they're actually in. The scary thing about landslides is they can happen anywhere in the world. Now, we have to look at volcano lightning. What's scarier than volcanoes or lightning? Well, put the two together and you get volcano lightning. But what is this rare and scary natural phenomena? Well, when volcanoes erupt, they create a massive amount of energy. An eruption creates a massive amount of smoke and ash, and these ash particles rub against each other, creating friction. This causes electrons to transfer. These positively charged particles then create balls of lightning. So, volcano lightning is basically bolts of lightning shooting out of a volcano. It may look awesome, but it's also very scary and very deadly. If you were shocked by one of these, you wouldn't just be electrocuted, but burned as well. To make things even scarier, volcano lightning is radioactive. Radioactive isotopes can be found in volcanoes, meaning that these electric charges are radioactive. It's dangerous, but many volcano researchers go and seek these out. They're a rare phenomena and look amazing. They're also somewhat mysterious as well. We know how they're created, but we don't know why. That's because they're too rare to research that much. Now, we have to look at one of the most dangerous things in nature. This is a permafrost explosion. A few years back, massive holes in permafrost kept being found. For some time, these 100-meter deep holes were very mysterious. But later on, farmers and native people began hearing explosions in the area. When they would go and seek out the sound, all they would find is a massive hole in the ice. After some research, it was found out that these are what's known as permafrost explosions. These are basically big methane holes in the ground. When these are naturally ignited somehow, they explode, creating gigantic craters in the ground. This can sometimes take the lives of animals and people. Deer and Inuit people have been blown up by these permafrost explosions, and climate change is making these explosions more common. Rising temperatures cause the methane to hydrate. The gas builds up pressure and then the ground explodes. These can cause avalanches and crevasses to form, and cause frozen over lakes to crack and break. Permafrost explosions could have a real impact on icy areas in the future. It seems like these are getting more and more common, which could lead to the destruction of communities of animals and people. And if these happened near oil fields, it could cause a massive explosion, one that would be devastating for any nature or people nearby. Just think of a massive underground ice explosion. Moving on, we have to look at fire whirls. You're not looking at leaked footage of hell on Earth. No, this is actually natural phenomena from right here on planet Earth. A fire whirl is basically a whirlwind made of fire. This can cause miles of damage. The twist of hot air can spread fire for miles around, causing billions of dollars in damage and ending many lives. These whirlwinds cause gigantic wildfires, and if they get big enough, these fire whirls turn into fire tornadoes. Just imagine a tornado that shoots fireballs. One of these took 38,000 people's lives in Japan, and did so in just 15 minutes. Nature truly is the most formidable force on the planet, and fire whirls are one of Mother Nature's most devastating weapons. Thankfully, these are far less rare than wildfires, but they can still happen, and with global warming, they may be happening more often in the future. One of these fire whirls actually happened a few years ago in California, USA. It got so big it was nearly classed as a fire tornado. These get insanely hot, at around 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. They can uproot trees and burn entire fields in seconds. They're normally several feet wide, and are normally around 170 feet tall. In 1871, an entire town was taken out by one of these. That was the town of Williamson, Wisconsin, taking the lives of thousands of people and destroying all of the town's buildings. Moving on, we have to look at the Devil's Sea. You may think the most scary part of the sea is the Bermuda Triangle, but many would say that the Devil's Sea, or the Dragon's Triangle, is much worse. The Devil's Sea is one of the most dangerous natural phenomena on the planet. It's a vile vortice. A vile vortice being a place where the Earth's electromagnetic fields work in a weird way. This causes a massive amount of ships to sink, and planes to be pulled out of the sky. The Devil's Sea is found near the Japanese coast in the Pacific Ocean. Over the years, a massive number of ships, planes, and helicopters have gone missing here, likely pulled under the sea, never to be seen again. Now, we have to look at grass bubbles. We all know bubbles can form in water, but did you know they can also form underground? Take a look at this video. It really looks like the ground is breathing, but really it's just water trapped underneath the grass. These can occur both above ground and underwater. These bubbles can swell to massive sizes and be dangerous when they pop. They can even lead to flooding. These grass bubbles can even form underneath lakes, and swell up so much that the bubbles can be seen above the water. Finally, we have to look at ice tsunamis. Tsunamis are scary, but a tsunami made of ice is even more dangerous. Ice is surprisingly strong and dangerous. After all, ice sank the Titanic. These walls of ice can sometimes form into tsunamis, totally destroying cars and houses, and ending the lives of anyone standing in the way. Ice tsunamis are caused by very strong winds blowing icy waters. Global warming is causing big ice sheets to crack, meaning that ice tsunamis are becoming more and more common. Ice tsunamis can reach heights of up to 30 feet and cover miles of shoreline. Ice tsunamis are so strong that they can destroy buildings easily. Some people don't realize the danger of these and go to look at them up close, but over the years some people have passed away from ice tsunamis. So if one of these happens in your area, then do not go near it. But then again, these things can destroy houses, so staying inside may not be so safe either. I guess ice tsunamis are a good reason to live in a hot country. But now it's time for you to make your voice heard. Comment below which natural phenomena was the scariest. If you want to see my short videos, then check out my shorts channel. I've been Charlie, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, then what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.